Good morning. It is December 15th. We are at about 11:33. We're here. The city of Lamarck is negotiating with the Lamarck Police Officers Association for a contract extension of 1 year. Uh, This is our fifth meeting, Gus, is that
I
correct?
believe, yes.
Fifth meeting? Fifth meeting. And so we'll turn it over to Gus so that he can begin the negotiations.
Sure, thank you, Mayor. So as the mayor said, this is our fifth meeting. At the fourth meeting, we were pretty close to an agreement. And the sides just had to go back, and there was some wordsmithing that was being done between myself and Mr. Kerr and Lieutenant Rodriguez. Congratulations.
Very good.
So the purpose of this meeting is to just step through those changes, which are also going to be the changes in general to the old agreement, and for everybody to sign off as a temporary agreement or tentative agreement, at which time the city will take that to the city council with the negotiating team's recommendation, and presume the police union will do the same.
Right.
So if you like, I can start and step through the agreement, through the changes. So on the first couple of pages, there are changes to the table of contents. Those reflect just different page numbers. I believe we can skip through those. So beginning on page 4, Article 2, there was a spelling correction, correcting purpose. City's good with that. It added harm. Y'all good with that?
Yes. Sir.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I can step through these, and if y'all have I'll just mark that you're agreed unless y'all flag me down. All right. Moving to the duration of the agreement, page 6, Article 4. It is now October 1, 2021 through September 30, 2022. That, as the mayor said, that is a 1-year term. We acknowledge that the agreement is that the pay increases recognized by this agreement will be retroactive to October 1st, 2021. And we will work with you in this meeting to come up with language agreeable to both sides to memorialize that. And probably best to do it here. If you like, I can propose language right now.
Sure, and I would like to point out on the duration, we all kind of passed over on the automatic extension portion would be already surpassed. So we need to modify March 31st to say 2023.
Correct. Yes, that's correct. And then and then the no agreement before that for September 30th should say 2022 to reflect the okay. And as far as and of course write this out, but just as far as recognizing the retroactivity or the retroactiveness of the wages, add something in there that at the end that says the wages set out in Article 9, Section 1 shall be retroactive back to October 1st, 2021. I would ask that the police union bear with our finance department.
Sure.
Could we have, obviously we're going to endeavor to pay them as soon as possible, but it's 30 days good with y'all.
We're perfectly fine with that.
Okay.
you're gonna type these things in and then ship it for a copy to have, you know, 2 clean copies to work with?
Yes.
Right, momentarily. Yeah.
Okay. Moving to page 10, Article 8. There's just again a typo correction, moving the apostrophe in 1 day's notice. It's section 4 of Article 8. So the city's good with that. Moving to Article 11. I know the copy that we have in front of us, it's not marked, but the city recognizes that this was a change from the old one, and so we're good with that.
Yeah.
Moving on to page 15, the promotional pay step language in the first paragraph is acceptable to the city, as is the following corrections in the second paragraph of page 15. Moving to section 2, those changes are also acceptable to the city. Moving to page 16, section 6 of Article 9 of I apologize, Article 11, and I will make that change as well to the retroactive issue. The changes in the last paragraph of section 6 are acceptable. Moving forward to the assignments pay, those changes are acceptable to the city, as is the $2.50 for the training certification in the last paragraph of page 17. Moving to declare the page 20. It's going to be Article 12, Section 6. The declared emergency closing. There was this was the subject of some negotiation, probably almost a little less than the pay, but all that to say, the union proposed language, the city made some clarifications just to state, the city's clarifications, I believe, are in, is that going to be purple, magenta, to the, those is what the city's changes are. We believe that clarifies that it's the pay, that it's the time from when the city manager sends the non-essential personnel home until when he calls them back.
Yeah, we concur.
Okay. The next change is just again, a typo change. It's the section 7 as opposed to section 6. Moving to page 22, again, a typo change, section 3 as opposed to section 2. Article 17, page 25, section 3 is a spacing change. We're good with that. Page 27, the change in section 1, the city is good with designated. There is a change on page 30. We're good with that. That's just the page number. Page 38, get there. That's Article 25, Section 7. $85 is good. The city's acceptable to that, as we previously said. I just hand wrote in a change, just correcting. I believe I I wrote $85, so I hand wrote in a change correcting that, but it is $85. The next page, 39, footwear. There is a change there, but that is a product of converting this document from PDF to Word.
Yeah.
That said, the city is it's acceptable. Moving to Article 26, page 41, training, specifically the section dealing with the physical fitness. It's going from $1,000 a year to $2,000. That's $500 a quarter. The city is good. The city is agreeable to the language as it is now written, which gives the Lamarque City Council the approval right of the components or of the program. So, and then finally, it goes on to page 42. It'll be reviewed on an annual basis. Article 29, section 1. The city is agreeable to this. This is language that is dealing with just really clarifying what was already in place. That and if there are additional classifications, those would likely be civil service in accordance with this language. Moving to page 46, the section numbering, again, a product of the conversion. We're fine with that. There were some spacing changes. I guess I should just mention them on page 47. The city is agreeable to that. There is no word there, but there was no substantive change. Word or
Formatting.
yeah. Moving to page 51, Article 33, Section 4, number 5. Again, a conversion issue with Adobe, but a letter was. And again, I'm stepping through all of the changes, but I just want everyone to acknowledge there was a PDF that we converted. So there are changes sometimes that that everyone was agreeable to before it started. 52, page 52, section 5, adding a comma to after however, that's of course acceptable. Page 54, Article 34, section 1. I'll step through it and then just give if anybody has any questions or anything like that. But what the city's changes do is now just require that a writing that is required to begin an internal investigation for a serious violation, which is going to be a violation that would be punishable by more than 15 days suspension or discharge, requires that statement be signed in the presence of either the receiving officer or the city clerk. That way the city, as with any criminal investigation, allows for anything, allows the city to verify the person's identity and, of course, if additional information, get their contact information for the investigation. Yes, Chief.
Gus, we already changed that form, remember?
Yes.
It now reads no notary.
Correct.
It's already changed.
Yeah.
I see.
And I apologize. I should have used the term in the agreement, serious misconduct as opposed to serious violation.
Right.
And then as was previously the case, a statement's not required if it does not allege
Correct.
serious misconduct. So is the union good with that? Okay.
We're good.
Yeah, I wanted to hear from y'all from that.
Right,
one.
right.
Yeah, just make sure I didn't gloss over it. Then section 3 speaks to compelled testimony. This section deals with that the management will not have the authority to compel an officer to appear before a citizens review board regarding that officer's actions. That goes on to define citizen oversight. The city is agreeable to this section. And the city is agreeable to the definition of citizen oversight.
All right. Sounds good.
Page 56, just again, some conversion issues, so those numberings are acceptable to the city. And then I believe that is the last, except for, I guess maybe the time it took, y'all have some new officers,
Yep.
Officer Shores and Officer Cantu. So of course, the city is agreeable to. And then, yeah, so it sounds like the only written change that is the change with the retroactivity.
Yes, sir.
And I will read that again. And then I'm going to give you my computer so you can read it. The parties acknowledge the wages set out in Article 11 shall be retroactive to October 1st, 2021, with any pay being due to the members of the association paid within 30 calendar days.
That's great.
It just right, you need it. Anybody else want to see it?
Where are you gonna add that at?
I'm going to add that in Article 4, Section 1, at the end of it, the end of that paragraph.
You're gonna make a section 4, or just add it under.
I'm just going to add it in Section 1.
Yeah.
You know, given that there are a number of places I could put it, but given that we're talking about the duration,
Makes perfect sense.
figure put it at the beginning. So. Anything else?
No, sir, I think that encapsulates everything we've done.
From our end, we're good.
Okay, well, I mean, I would say from my perspective and from the negotiating team's perspective, I know we've had a lot of turnover. We appreciate the police union's willingness to work with us and patience.
Yeah.
And thank you for your understanding.
Yeah.
I just want to thank y'all for negotiating with us, and you know, from our end, it was a smooth, painless bargaining session. So thank you.
And certainly, we want to thank on behalf of the city council and the citizens of Lamarck, we want to thank you guys again. And let's be clear, the Lamarck Police Officers Association came into and throughout the duration of this negotiation process, negotiated with spectacular good faith, as well as our fire union. So let's be clear, both of our unions negotiated in good faith, but this is the police's time here. So I wanted to thank you all for being patient with us, for being understanding, for being helpful, for working with us, and for understanding the situation that we find ourselves in this city. Man, I'm excited about what you all are going to do for our city, and I look forward to the future. And certainly, if there's anything we can do as a council for you guys, or as a community, let us know. We're here for you in the same way that you all have been here for us throughout these difficult days. So again, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Is that it, Gus?
That's it.
So it's your intent to print that out and we'll execute it?
Do you want me to accept all the, convert it all to black, accept all the changes,
No, I don't
all
have
the
to.
right?
I'm just saying for today's purposes, as long as we just have a copy that we, signed, I guess you and I signed as tentative agreement, then it's done. It doesn't have to be. I trust you'll make the black copy and it will be, presented to council in its entirety as a formal document, right?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
You know, as a drafting mechanism, having everyone at the table having the opportunity to look at the colors and see the additions, it makes it perfectly clear. So this could have worked out harder if it was all black ink and we had to go back through and figure out what was changed, what was not changed.
Oh, absolutely,
So
absolutely.
this made it really very quick. So. And I echo what Gilberto said. It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed working with you guys. I think that you are working full steam ahead to get back in, you know, the community policing style that I think that this community really richly deserves. And I think it's going to help in the long term.
John, I might have mentioned this. I talked to the mayor and G-Rod. We're sometime early next year, we're going to contract with, I mentioned this to Gus, with a subject matter expert to get us accredited statewide with the Texas Police Chief Association. So we'll be an accredited police agency, just like our neighbor, Texas City, that has been for many years. That's going to give us an uplift. So we'll be using best practices that are accepted nationally.
Yes, sir.
So we'll be moving up a step there. Our policies will be approved and not just, you know, flying by the seat of our pants kind of thing. We'll have actually a designated best practice situation. So
I think it will serve the citizens of Lamar very well to, you know that it's police department is,
right.
you know, ever improving to be more professional each day. So I think that's great.
The mayor's Safe City initiative is going really good too. We're going to have goals set in January, and hopefully our being the safest city in Texas will be a lot closer to that. So
And that's it. That sits, guys, squarely on you all's shoulders, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's fair. It's nothing that is bigger than you all's talent and ability. We know that you all are already meeting the moment, and you'll continue to meet the moment. It's our job now as a community to give you what you need. And this contract is only one small step in giving you what you need. You also need adequate working conditions. And so we understand that. And that's why we have decided to open our police station for community tours,
Right.
so that the people of this community can see the conditions that you all have been working in for decades. And you've been making do with the equipment that you have. And certainly you have alerted us to those conditions, but you've never complained about them. You've simply tried to do what was best with what you had. The time is now for us, if we are believing in you to keep us safe,
right,
to give you the equipment, the tools, the facilities necessary to keep us safe. Because that's the only thing that separates us from any other department in this country. We just simply do not have the resources that we need for you all to do the job the way that your heart and your training says that you should. And so those days are coming. We'll stand with you every step of the way, and we'll get this community informed and inspired to support you in ways that you need to do your job. So I'm excited about it.
Mayor, may I say something?
Yes, sir.
One more thing. Lieutenant G-Rod knows, and he's probably disseminated most of this. If you haven't, G-Rod, you bring it out to the PD. We know, even with the mayor's goal of getting us a new PD, it's going to take a few years. We're going to be living there. You know, we got closets that were closets, and now they're offices. So we are G-Rod is working with, going to be working with HUP contractors, and we're going to use seizure money. Not all of it. We have about 100K in between state and federal. My vision is, and his is, to fix up the kitchen, to make it look modern, because we're going to be there a few more years. The squad room, floor, he's got ideas on, you know, lockers and so forth. The lobby, the linoleum in the lobby is so thin, I think it's probably paper thin from buffing down. So we're going to fix the lobby up. We're going to remove all the rugs that look really bad and put tile on the floors, and fix up one of the bathrooms. So anyway, we're going to invest, because we're gonna be there 3 years, probably, even with the bond issue. So we gotta make it livable.
Right.
So I just want to let you know, it's gonna be nicer for a while, but it's still not a complete fix, okay? G-Rod's working on that. We got some volunteers, PD volunteers helping him that are into this. They know how to do this stuff. So thank you, G-Rod, for taking that on.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Right.
we'll pass that on to the department. Okay,
Good deal, guys. If there's nothing else, we'll go ahead and adjourn this meeting at about 11:56. Is that right, Kyle?
Yes.
11:56. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gus, this meeting.